to my channel once again. Okay, I am back at it with another video. I did the same thing as I did for the last video, and I just put up a poll, and everyone just had to decide what they wanted to watch, what they were more interested in. And today's video is a rant about you know, people that talk to you with slang that you don't understand. Like, you just don't get it. Like, it doesn't register. I have a lot of words put down on my book, on my journal. So many words. Well, about a page. Well, in high school anyways, that's mostly of where I found out about all the slang and everything. Like, you know, I was never in with slang. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was always lost. Like, I was always lost. Like, I was too embarrassed to message back and be like, I'm sorry, but I don't know what BMS means. So if you could just rewind and explain it to me, maybe that'd be great, because I don't get it. The little did I know is broke my scale. You know when we used to do rates back in the day? Yeah. I was too embarrassed to do that, so I'd usually just go with it and I'd be like, oh my god, right? BMS. And I didn't know, right? I would just say it during a rate because that's what people used to do during rates. And I would just be like, okay, BMS. I didn't know what I was saying. I just knew that girls reacted good to it. So I was just like, BMS. In high school, we had a lot of slang for when it comes to at least oral. We had so many names for it. And it was for me, I was just kind of I don't know, I just never really spoke to anybody about it. People would come up to me and be like, oh, yo, dog, did he hear? Yo, Becky put the wazzles on him. I have no idea what these people are talking about. You put a what on him? A wazzles? A wazzles. What is a wazzles? What are you talking about, Reggie? Why can't people just say the word? What's so cool about slang? Can we really take it back? Can we take it back? Can we just step back? What is so good about slang? I mean, you're saying a word in place of the other word when you can just say the word. Anyway, so I remember during my high school career, I just had I didn't have a lot of friends. I was obviously mutual with everybody, but I didn't have my own little clique or anything. I was very much not isolated, but to myself type of thing. I remember a lot of the time, when I would hang out in the cafeteria, or I rarely do that, but if I was around people, or even at class, during class, that's when I would usually socialize. I would always hear different words almost every single day. I could never understand. They would catch me, I would see where they're going and I would understand what they're saying, so long as they're talking English. And then all of a sudden, some word comes out of nowhere and I have no idea what you're saying. I had one guy, and he was just he would just talk to me, now and then. I had a lot of mutual friends. I was neutral. A lot of, people, a lot of kids would come into class completely high, and they'd be telling a story about it after, and all of us are laughing, we're talking about it, and then all of a sudden I'm following what the guy's saying, and then all of a sudden I just hear a word. He's just yeah, so I came to class, dog. As soon as I came in here, bro, yo, mans were bummied. And I'm sitting there and I'm but I'm sorry, what? And then he's bummied. Bummied? What is bummied? What are you talking about? Because I don't get it. But I can't say I don't get it, because if I say I don't get it, people are gonna be how do you not get it? And I'm gonna be there how do you get it? How do you understand what he's saying? Bummied. We all have that one friend that you could go to after the conversation and be like, bro, do you know what bummied means? Because I don't. So if you could just explain that would be great. That way I can understand the language of high school civilians, please, because I just don't get it. I'm the type of girl where like we can be having a conversation and I can well not hear something you said, but I'm still gonna nod my head and I'm still gonna smile and I'm still gonna laugh and I'm still gonna be like, yeah. Just because I'm too embarrassed to tell you I didn't hear you and ask you to repeat yourself. So why am I gonna stop the conversation and be like, I'm sorry, I remember here you actually said the word shaking it? Can you please explain to me in detail what you are shaking off? Who does that? Who does that? Nobody. I'm not gonna say that. And I wasn't comfortable enough with people to like stop them in mid-conversation and ask them to explain themselves, because no. When somebody uses slang when they're talking to you, it's not disrespectful, because it's just their nature, I guess. Like, it's just a thing that becomes a thing. Like, I started to do it, like everyone starts to do it because you're around everybody that starts to talk like that. But the thing is, like, for me it just pisses me off, because I'm like, dog, like, I don't understand what you're saying. I'm not from where you're from. Or obviously if the conversation's going a certain way and I haven't used a word of slang, you already know I won't understand you once you start talking Slanghanese. I won't understand you. English only. Like, I don't get it. You ever hear somebody say something and you don't know really what context it would be used in, but you just know how they used it, and to sound cool, you just kind of do it too, but it doesn't sound the same. You don't get the same reaction. I used to have a friend, and we'd be talking whatever, I'd be like, yo, you're shaking it. And everybody would join in and be like, yeah, dog, he's shaking it. And then Tutu's next day, we're having the same conversation and I say the same thing and nobody's laughing. I never felt cool. I never felt like I could do slang. Let's just talk English. Let's just have a sophisticated conversation. Let's just have a sophisticated conversation about us. Okay, and the situation. Let's not talk Slanghanese. Let's just be English. Okay, just be cute or whatever. Females are usually known for talking fast, and guys sometimes, not all the time. But I just feel like everything just sounds like it's one word. It's like, especially when people start to use slang they use slang in a whole set. So every single word they say is a slang. You just almost don't understand. You're just kind of like, I don't want to have a conversation with you because I know I'm not going to understand what you're going to say. For example, you see the guys are usually like, yo, dog, like I caught the wazzles after, and then I was like, are you dumb, bro? Like, yo, I was bummied after. I was shook, bro. Like, for real, bro. Like, she's the GOAT. Moments like those where you actually record his voice and repeat it back in your head about 10 to 20 times, but still can't figure out what he was saying. You just know that she's a GOAT. And even then, GOAT apparently means greatest of all time, which I never knew or understood until I looked it up in Urban Dictionary. Thank you very much. But in those times, you can't pull out your phone and list and basically write their sentence in Urban Dictionary because you're gonna look dumb because you don't understand what they're saying. The GOAT. That's all I got. She's the GOAT. So I was like, okay, so she's a GOAT means she's probably ugly or something. Like, you have to make those connections, but you're way off. You're way off. You're like, are you dumb? He was shook, so he was shaking. He caught wazzles. It's that a candy? So you just sit there and you're like, oh my God, for real? Like, I can't believe that. Like, you use your little vocabulary of what you think is slang, which is for real? Really, bro? Bro? Dog? Brethren? For real? And you just gotta sit there and pretend like you understood everything that they just said, but you didn't understand it to blood seed. Well, you just have to sit there and be like, okay, great. I'm gonna Urban Dictionary this afterwards so I can really understand what you said. Another thing that I hated was like, sometimes I would take it literally, and I guess I was stupid of me as a kid because it was like, why am I taking this literally? Let's touch roads. Like, I'm flying, bro. You're flying? Okay, come then. Like, I didn't know that's what it meant. Like, it was kind of like, So I remember even saying to one of my close friends, I'm like, bro, he said he's flying. Like, is he blessed? Like, is he okay? No one can fly out here. She's like, Jasmine, he means he's coming. I was like, oh, he's flying. Oh, he's coming. Oh, that's clever. And I really do laugh at myself for half of these things. Like, I'm gonna name some of them. Like, I'm just gonna name goat, plug, wazzles, Becky. Apparently Becky is like a woman, is like a girl boops. You know, like, she's taking care of you and doing everything for you, and you're just like, yo, Becky! Like, slumped, bummy, alive, shook, marved. You're shaking it, you're bugging. Seckle, are you dumb? You're blessed. I'm shy, I'm flying. Let's do roads. Let's touch roads. Top left, batch-eating, and telly. These are all words I had to go through with my friend because I don't know slang like that. And I'm just on the phone with him and I'm like, so can you please, I have to do this YouTube video and I just don't know any slang. Can you please help me? Because I don't know. And he had to help me with everything, but I don't know what any of these words mean. And it's so hard for me to sometimes communicate with people because they know what it means, but I don't get it. So it's so hard. It's like a language barrier almost. Like, they're talking another language that you don't speak. And even though what they're speaking is English, it's just not words that you can understand. Just be mindful. Like, not everyone comes from where you come from. Like, you know, there's some words that are completely foreign to me. Like, I don't even know what that means. And it's so hard for me to communicate. It's like, what do I say back? Like, do I have to use slang too? And I'm like, I don't know any words. Like, I don't know what to do. Like, so it's not that I don't like slang. I love slang. It's funny for the most part. Like, the words that people come up with and then it becomes a trend. It's crazy. Like, you know, and then everybody starts using it. It's obviously, it's cool. It's really cool. But it is so embarrassing when you don't know and you're not in the loop. And I'm the type of girl, like, you know, I'm very small circle. I haven't gone to college yet. And I know that when I go to college, it's going to be a whole different experience. And I'm going to feel exactly like I felt in high school, where I was so out of the loop when it came to things like slang. I am like an old grandmother and I cannot understand what you're saying. I need you to talk English because I don't get it. I literally can't. But I know this video was short and I know I have a lot of editing to do. Like, this is going to be a super short video because there's not much to rant about except for the fact that I really don't like it and it always made me feel so left out. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you guys think. I'm always in for criticism. If you guys think the volume was too low or if it was too long or edits, I'm so open to criticism because I just want to do well. And I want to make sure that you guys are enjoying the videos I'm putting out. So that being said, you guys can follow my Instagram. It's Za Radiance. It's the same as my channel name. And you guys can shoot me messages, follow me. I'll follow back. Don't worry, I'm not one of those people. And I just love to hear from everybody, to be honest. So thank you so much for watching. We're making some progress. I'm so excited to keep doing this. And I hope y'all have a wonderful Wednesday.